'Tis the season for frozen pizzas and the crushing despair of misery and loneliness. That's right, it's time for Valentine's Day. But don't let it get you down, loser, cause afterward comes 50% off chocolate, and that's just the thing to fill the void in your soul. So fire up FF14 and let's go search for catgirl waifus in the new Valentione's Day event. Hi, I'm Cider Spider, and today we'll be checking out the latest seasonal fun in Final Fantasy XIV. Woohoo! Our favorite Valentione friends are back for another year of love and happiness. But wait a minute, something's going wrong. Miss Mittens here is in charge of hosting this whole shebang, but her assistant Astrid wants to take over so that Mittens can focus on spending time with her broke chump BF. See, the entire origin of this event was the original Countess Arabelle de Valentione stepping away from tradition to pursue true love, which somehow snowballed into the celebration we have today, centered around the concept of deadass exposing your crush on May No Cap 100. And since Betty Crocker here has a fling, it's the perfect chance for Astrid to rise up and take charge over the party. That all seems pretty straightforward, but you'd best believe that somehow it's going to become our problem. So Mittens agrees to go spend some quality time with her plebeian boy toy, and guess who gets to help Astrid in the meantime? Some dweeb named Emily. But guess who gets to help her? Yeah, that'd be you gullible bobblehead of light. Now we get to have some holiday fun. And even though this big spectacle comes around the same day every single year in the same place, somehow the event needs help with advertising in the small town of Gridania. There's gotta be a better way to pad these events than just making us run around and promote them literally every single time, but if there is, no one's thought of it, so get ready for your regularly scheduled walking around and talking to people. But this time there's a twist. You've got dummy stupid Emily to accompany you. So now you can walk around and talk to people while you walk around and talk to people. Incredible stuff. So we join hands and start a love train to find our first victim, and oh boy, there's optional dialogue. Emily likes Valentione's Day very much. Okay, cool, very exciting. Then we invite local catgirl to the party and she agrees to come. Very awesome. So that's one of 3 solicitations, and if you think the remaining 2 are gonna be exactly like the first one, you're goddamn right. We wander down the road and find our next exciting optional conversation. Expensive chocolate and pretty flowers are great Valentione gifts. Yeah, okay, fascinating. So we find person number 2, whom we then recruit, but he calls Emily handsome, and that simply does not provide her vessel with flotational buoyancy. But we still have a 3rd person on our advertisement quota, so too bad. Thus we take a jaunt on over to wherever the heck and get our last special conversation. Emily's brother-in-law owns a junk shop. Wow, that's pretty tubular, Emily. Anyway, we talk to our final fellow who also gives Emily the wrong kind of compliment, so she's woebegone. Turns out Emily is tired of being dapper AF and would rather wear dresses so that people will call her cute again. But she doesn't want to let down what's-her-face and decides to just deal with it until the event is over. So now that we've spread word far and wide to, 3 entire people, this party is ready to start. We head back to Astrid, who isn't doing so well. She's upset because everyone keeps complimenting her dress. How terrible. But she'd rather be a dashing patrician of swaggerous gait, or something. So we tell these 2 dummies to swap looks, and thus the day is saved. The moral of the story is, it's really hard being a cute little rich girl that everyone compliments all the time. I mean, love yourself and dress how you want. Unless you want to wear the opposite event reward set because they're currently gender-locked. LeMayo. How's that for irony? Well, considering the current track record, it's safe to assume these outfits will be unlocked in the future. Probably as soon as they hit the cash shop. Raffle. Anyway, nearby, Lisette is glad that the kid she left in charge didn't screw up the whole event, and her lover boy reminds her that he still hasn't met her parents, maybe or maybe not, foreshadowing next year's event. The end, idiot. Well, that's the base event quest anyway. It was somehow even more lackluster than usual. The entire conflict and resolution played out in like 2 minutes with 0 intrigue. I'm starting to think the interns are writing these things. Or the old job quest team. Oh god, I hope it's the interns. But wait! Huh? There's more! Why? So now that the base quest is finished, we gain access to a bunch of bonus cutscenes from the party we were helping out with. You get up to 5 scenes with a bunch of characters no one remembers professing why they showed up to this love-themed party. First up is Mother Mune and Fufucha. Definitely Fufucha. The lovable lass Mune proclaims her love for tea and then takes the opportunity to shill for her tea house. What a doll. And Fufucha just likes leaves. Freaking weirdo. Next up is Timber Master Beaton, and that dumb kid that hangs out at the playground behind the woodshop. Beaton declares, and I quote, The thrill of taking hard wood in hand, stroking it end to end, feeling every knot and grain against your fingertips. No words could do such euphoria justice. Classic beaten. Good thing he's not in charge of the meat guild. Third is the lovely Lisette and the lowly Horseface. So Horsey Boy exclaims that Lisette is his first, his last, his everything. And she has milk arms. This embarrasses the Mittens, cause it's not like she likes it or something, baka. So she threatens to strip and they get kicked out. The end. Then there's Einar and Clemens. This part probably won't make much sense if you didn't read all the optional dialogue during A Realm Reborn. But I did. Einar's got a problem that only the hoariest of boulders can solve. Einar and the Boulder brothers used to all sleep in the same bed, making her almost an Einar sandwich. But now they've all gone separate ways, so she's been numbed. Clemens, on the other hand, loves studying. What a nerd. Lastly, there's Urianger and Puddingway. You can probably guess what it is Puddingway loves. That's right, putting these nuts in your way. Nah, just kidding. It's pudding. And now that it's Urianger's turn to speak, he decides to tell us about his favorite dish. Balls. Of meat. Meatballs. Made from cockatrice. Cockatrice meatballs. He has fond memories of eating his friend's cock meat. Well, actually, he's reminiscing on an old beloved friend whom he constantly rejected and avoided, but for some reason the writers can't move on from this character who was only around for a single patch and didn't even seem important at the time. Why can't Uriangi just get over it and donate all his money to e-girls like a normal person? And now that we've checked out all the intense lore, there's one last attraction to mess around with. For the duration of the event, you can take part in some sexy Moogle speed dating. That's right, the Valentione instance is back. It's a two-person minigame wherein you tiptoe through the tulips while solving a couple of fun little challenges, and your grade at the end determines how compatible you are as lovers, Kupo. The first challenge is a simple maze, but with tethers. So if it's anything like Ultimate Rating, there won't be a single person in the entire game who knows how to do it correctly. Just remember, if the leather daddy gets too far away from his tethered laddie, the love meter goes down. And we don't want that. So please don't suck. Or, suck better? Anyway, next up is a memory check, so if it's anything like Ultimate Rating, prepare to disband. You'd think there was a legend title for this crap considering how much everyone struggles with it. Anyway, this thing is obviously designed for couples, but if you go in solo, it'll matchmake you with another random player, so it's basically chat roulette with grades. Fortunately, there aren't any peen cams in this one, but instead you can expect about 90% of your matches to be bunny boys because for some reason they're all that exist anymore. Better hop to it, you singletons. This is your chance to meet your anime waifu. I mean, not really. Unless... Anyway, that's just about everything the event has to offer. All in all, I'd say it's pretty good. The initial quest to get the rewards was underwhelming and kinda crap, but at least you can spam it quickly for alts. The rewards themselves are actually really nice. They die well and come in multiple useful pieces, so they'll definitely be mainstays in the glam scene. Though it is worth noting that the dress clips really badly on tall people, and bunny girls still can't wear the freaking hat. But all of those problems go away if you just play a Lala instead. I appreciate that these extra little cutscenes we keep getting manage to spotlight characters as obscure as Einar and Clements, just to remind us that they haven't completely dropped off the map. The instanced minigame is also a nice touch that gives us something fun to mess around with for a bit. All it's missing is some kind of leaderboard or maybe party favors as rewards or something. But altogether, this event's better than the last two, so color me satisfied. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole event. I'm gonna go back to getting wasted and eating frozen pizzas. One like equals one waifu. Okay, bye.